favorite emoji in the chat box. Okay, thank you.
Your
Good
favorite
evening,
emoji
Olivia,
in the chat box.
Elizabeth, good evening. Michael, Joyce, Paul, Matthias.
Okay,
thank you. Good evening, Olivia. Good evening. Elizabeth, good evening. Michael, Joyce, Paul, Matthias. Okay. Good evening. While we wait for more people to join us, can you just share the link? The link to this, you can just share the YouTube link, right? That's join us. While we wait for more people to join us, can you just share the link? The link to this, you can just share the YouTube link, right? That's easy. Yeah. So if you can hear me now. Okay, please confirm. Can you hear me? How's my audio now? Okay, so the audio is better now. Okay, thank you very much. So in the next 1 minute, can you share the YouTube link so that share it on your WhatsApp status, share it on your stories, share. Let's have more people join us. It promises to be an information-packed event tonight. So you know that person you don't want to miss this, please share this with them. Okay, let's do that real quick. And when you share, please leave me your emoji in the chat. Leave me an emoji in the chat. Let me know that you have actually shared. Okay? Share the YouTube link real quick. Okay. I will not start until I see your emojis, all right? To show that you have actually shared the link. So share it on your WhatsApp status, share it on your story, share it anywhere. Share it to 2 people or 3 people, you know, your friends, your family, even your enemies, share it to them. Let's all enjoy in the session tonight. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. So let me share my screen so we can get started. I love the energy so far. And I hope we keep it up throughout the night. I would try to make this as brief as possible. I know it's Saturday. Thank God it's Saturday. Some of us, want to rest well. Some of us still want to go somewhere this night. It's all good. We'll move on. Okay. So let me know when you can see my screen. Let me know when you can see my screen and what you can see.
Your screen is blank.
Okay, if you want to say anything, you want to leave a feedback, you want to leave a comment, use the chat box, okay? Please turn off your mic so that we don't distract every other person. All right? Thank you. Okay, so leave me a thumbs up if you can see my screen. Okay, thank you. Okay, let's get started. So the theme of tonight's event is learn how to work for foreign clients and earn using simple skills, right? So it means that there's actually a possibility for you to be able to work for foreign clients and earn, right? Of course, earn in foreign currency. So dollar, euro, pound, whatever currency the client pays you with, okay? So let's jump right into it. Now, the content of today's session, I will be sharing a bit about me, my story, so you see the possibilities that are there, how I started, and how the journey has been so far. We'll look at who is a freelancer or a virtual assistant. We'll look at the services that they provide. What kind of services do these people, provide to their clients? We'll look at basic skills and tools that these people use when working remotely. We'll look at some common problems that they face and how to become one. So I want to be a virtual assistant. I want to work online. I want to work remotely from the comfort of my home. How do I begin? So that is the information pack session we are having tonight. I hope you stay to the end of this class so that you don't miss a thing. So some of you don't know who I am. Someone just sent you a link and you joined us tonight. So a bit about myself. My name is Victoria Ezechukwubiya. I am a work from home mom. What that means is that, they say stay at home mom. Well, I work from home. So I'm a top rated freelancer across several freelancing platforms. I provide virtual services to my clients. I've worked with clients in the US, in Canada, in Europe, in Asia, and counting, right? I'm also the lead freelance coach at DG Empowerment Hub. We have a track record of helping people break into the remote job space. So we offer in-depth trainings, we teach freelance skills, and we also mentor our students. I have some quality to my name, right? I read English language and literature in Ebonyi State University. I have a diploma in broadcast journalism from NTA Television College from Jos. And I also have a PGD in education. So I'm a teacher, I'm an educationist, right? And then I have some other certifications. So this gives me some kind of knowledge, which I've been able to transfer to my students going so far, right? So I want to give people small gist. If you know me and my teaching style, I tell a lot of stories. So if you want to hear my small gist for the next, few minutes, or type gist in the chat, type gist. Let us gist a bit. Before we start the major topic of the day, let's just tell a few stories to like an icebreaker, right? To just clear the air a bit. Okay. So, okay, I'm seeing gist in the chat. Thank you. So, I said earlier, I read English language and literature, right? And I was born and brought up in Lagos, that's the West. I read English language in a university in the East, Ebonyi State University, and then I served in Plateau State, and I also did some other programs in Plateau. So when I finished, the dream, finish school and get a job and live the life. So I finished school and then I moved back home to Lagos. And, my parents had a school, so I was working there. It was easy for me. And then love happened. love happened and moved me to another location. So I moved after getting married, and then I began to job hunt. So I submitted my CV to several places, and I got my first job, right? I got my first job in a school. So I was an assistant class teacher. I was earning 50,000 naira. That was in 2019. If we're being honest, 50,000 naira was still somehow okay back then as compared to now. So I worked for a few months, and then I realized this jumping bus every day is not for me. I lost a lot of weight because I'll leave my home as early as 6, get home when it's already dark. So I left the job after a while, and then a few before we knew it, COVID happened. So everybody was locked down. And then after COVID, I got another job as a teacher in a school. It was closer to home, so I did not leave so early, and I did not spend so much on tea fare. But it was paying lower. It was paying much lower than I was getting in the first job. Then I had my first child, and then I had to sit down and think about it. So I asked myself, if I am to go back to this job with my child, I will need to pay for crèche. I would need to pay TFE to go to work. And then how much am I earning? So that was where my journey began into working remotely. So I began to make my research. What can I do from home? I love to press phone, if you know me very well. So I began to make my research. What can I do from home? And then I started with social media management. So I was doing some managing pages for some people here in Nigeria. Small change was coming in. And then I found out about virtual assistants. I found out about working for people abroad, and my life changed. It has been a beautiful ride ever since. I did some trainings. I began to job hunt with more knowledge, right? Better knowledge and understanding of the international job market. And then I got my first job paying in dollars, and it's been a sweet ride ever since. In fact, what I earn now is not compared to what I used to earn back then, right? So this is just a bit about me. I'm sure you may be able to relate one thing or the other in my story. Either you have job hunted until job began to haunt you in your dreams, or love and marriage moved you somewhere else, or you're just at that point where you're thinking, what can I do differently? Tinubu economy is not smiling, so what can I do differently, right? Okay, so that's a bit about me. Before we still move further, I need to make this clear. Some people came to my inbox and they're like, coach, I want to make money. I want to do this. Calm down. This class is not for everybody. If you're looking for a Ponzi scheme, this class is not for you. If you're looking for where you put 5 naira and you get 2,000 naira in 2 days, please just you can leave the call. We will not get angry at you. This class is not for you. If you have no intention of investing in your personal growth, this class is not for you. If you're not committed to learning, because this field is a field that you need to keep learning and putting in the work, this class is not for you. This class is not for you if you're looking for a babysitter, you're looking for a nanny, because Victoria is not a nanny. This class is not for you. But if you know that you're willing to invest in your personal growth and development, you're willing to invest your time, your effort, your sleep, your money, yes. If you're willing to invest in your growth, then this class is best suited for people like that. If you're committed to learning and putting in the necessary work, because you need to learn before you can earn, right? Okay, and if you're also looking for a constructive and challenging learning experience, then this class is best suited for individuals like this, okay? So I've already introduced myself. Here are some of the training services that I offer. This free class, I tend to do it time to time. I offer highly valuable and free information in these free classes, which is what you're getting tonight, right? And then I have other special classes where I teach you how to put the information to work and get optimal results. Of course, that part is not free, but it's something that almost anyone can take advantage of. Okay, so let's jump right into the class. Who is a virtual assistant? Who is a freelancer? Right? A freelancer is a person who is self-employed, working for multiple clients at one time and earning income. So you are not under contract anywhere. You're not working 9 to 5, just only one company. Your hands are in different places. You are providing different services to your clients as a freelancer. And then when you hear the word virtual assistant, who is a virtual assistant? You are just basically a remote office assistant. A remote office assistant. Now, these people can provide different types of services. So when you hear virtual assistant, it does not mean virtual assistant provide one service. No, these people can provide administrative service, creative, technical, administrative in the sense that they are helping the day-to-day runnings of the business. They are helping the CEO. They are, what it means to be an admin. Creative in the sense that they are doing creative things. Maybe they are creating flyers, graphic designs. They are writing, right? You're writing blogs. You're coming up with creative things. Technical in the sense that you could be an IT person. So you're building websites, you're doing basic coding. All of these are services you can provide to businesses or organizations remotely. Remotely means you're not in the office, right? You're working from somewhere. You're somewhere on the beach working. You're at your home working. You're in a coffee shop, you're working. You are in a beer parlor with your computer and you're working. So that is what it means to work remotely. So they're usually independent contractor in the sense that they are not full-time staffs of the company. They just provide their services to the company and they get paid for their services. Though some company will still hire you as a full-time staff, it depends on the needs of the company. Now, how did this boom in remote work come about? Now, remember COVID-19, right? Everybody was in a lockdown. So remote work actually existed before then. But after COVID-19, after the lockdown, when people realized that, life has to go on and companies had their staff working from home, it was like there was a shift. Everybody realized that, okay, we don't need to rent a big office space. We don't need to have our staff come in every day and provide services. They can stay at their home and still do the same job and provide good results, right? We don't need to pay for toiletries. We don't need to pay for security. We don't need to pay for office supplies. We don't need to pay for equipment, and we'll still get maximum productivity from our staff. And so, a lot of these companies shifted to work from home. Then also, some of these clients abroad realized that people from our part of the world, third world countries, developing countries, they could still provide the same services for them or to them at a cheaper rate. So does anybody know how much minimum wage is in the US, for example? Minimum wage in the US. You can put it in the chat box. Anybody know how much minimum wage is in the US? Do we? Any idea? If you know how much it is, put it in the in the chat box. If you know how much minimum wage is in the US, you can put it in the chat box. Let me see your answers. You don't know. Okay, a quick Google search could work. You can find out how much the minimum wage is in the US. Now, these clients in the US, they realize that they can pay people from over here much, a bit lower than what they pay over there, and they will still get good results. So they began to hire a lot of us from this part of the world. And when you convert that their big dollar into naira, your account will feel it. You will hear the boom when it enters your account. Your account will feel it. Okay. So somebody said 7.25 per hour. That is like non-skilled workers. But even people from Nigeria actually earn more than that. Earn more than $7 per hour. Yes. Okay. So let's move on. Now, some of the services that these people provide. Let's talk about that. So, like I said earlier, you can provide any type of service. You could be a HR person and you're providing services to your clients online. You could be a medical personnel and you're providing consultations. You're offering consultations online. Remember when there was COVID and lockdown, schools began to hold their classes online, right? So a lot can be done online. You're a lawyer, you can actually work online. So you can offer email and calendar management. You can offer data entry services. You can do customer service. So you are helping their customers, you're providing assistance to their customers, you are taking their company calls, yes, from your home, you're answering their phone calls, you're sending emails on their behalf, you're taking stock for them, all of that, you're doing that, right? Then we have real estate virtual assistants. So these are people who help real estate agents or real estate firms, help them market their listings, their properties, help them post them online, arrange tour of the apartment, arrange even virtual tours. So people want to rent a space, you arrange how they get to go to the place and see the place without you even being there. Or you can send them a video where they watch, exactly and see how exactly the place is, and they can rent it online. So real estate firms, they need virtual assistants. We have e-commerce support. So that is Konga and Jumia. They have a lot of sellers on the platform listing their services and selling their products rather. So they need people to also help them, which you can do online. That is e-commerce support. We have administrative support. We have graphic design. So clients are looking for people to interpret their ideas in design, in visuals. They need people to create logos, to create flyers, to do UI UX design for them. Then we have sales and marketing outreach. So every client wants to sell. The first reason why they are in business is because they want to sell, right? So they need people to help them sell. If you can prove to them that you can help them sell, they are willing to, employ you to help them. Okay. We also have bookkeeping and accounting services. We have travel assistance. We have social media management. So you can be managing their social media, their Facebook, their Instagram, their IG, whatever it is. One moment. Okay. So you can also provide IT services. So IT support, all of that, you can do that online. You can also manage projects. So you can be a project manager. You can build websites. You can help them maintain their websites. You can carry out research for them, conduct research, build a report, create presentation. All of these are things you can do and provide as a service to people online. Now, this list is not exhaustive. There is still more that you can do, right? Offering services to this client, there are still more services you can provide that is not even on this list. In fact, new skills and services are coming up every day. A few years back, when we did not have ChatGPT, we were not hearing clients requesting for that kind of skill. But now that we have ChatGPT, we have clients who are actually asking to employ people who can, give the right prompts to ChatGPT to come up with the right result for them. It's even now part of skills that they are requesting for someone who knows how to use ChatGPT. So, new things are coming up daily. All you need to do is, prepare yourself so that you can be able to market yourself and your services to these people and get paid for doing so. Okay, so before I move forward, I want to be sure you're still with us. Give us an emoji, give us a thumbs up. Let me know that you are still with us. Okay, before I talk about the benefits, let me know that you are still with us. Okay, thank you. So what are the benefits of being a virtual assistant or a freelancer? Or what are the benefits of working online, of working remotely? Now, the first one on my list, at least for me, is that it is very lucrative. According to Zapier, VAs in the US make an average of $29,000 a year. $29,000 a year. Now that's in the US. So they have an average of $19 per hour. Now you can decide to price your services, a bit lower so that you can compete in the market. Now this, of course, this rate depends on your skill and experience. From my experience, the average Nigerian virtual assistant earns anything from $5 per hour and above. So it depends on how or what skill you have, what experience you have, what niche you are focusing your services on, and how you are able to convince the client that you are worth much more. There are people in Nigeria who actually earn more than $19 per hour for their services. Yes, there are. Okay, so it just depends on you and how you can take your share of the market. Now, another benefit is that you have the freedom to manage your schedule. This is like a beautiful benefit for me because you are the one who will choose the clients you are going to take on. You are the one to choose what time you want to work. For example, I myself, I've never worked with a client from Australia. And that is because I have never actively, gone in search of clients in Australia because their time zone is not favorable to me. So I don't bother. Even when I see a job that I can do and it's an Australian client, I don't bother myself because their time zone is, the disparity is so much. So it is left for you to manage your schedule. When I started working, I was working more with the US and Canada market. As time went on, I began to shift a bit to the European market because of their time zone. So you see, you can manage your schedule. You also have the power to set your rates. You are the one who to say, okay, I want to earn so amount. And then you go in search of clients who would give you what you want to be paid. Okay. So if you realize that your rate is too high and it's not worth the skills you have, what do? You develop yourself so that your skills can easily be worth the amount that you are asking for, right? There's a client for everybody. There's someone willing to pay your rates as long as you're able to communicate your value to them. Okay. Also, without saying, you can work from anywhere. From your home, your hole in your room, you can work from there. Your children are sick and you're in the hospital, you can work from there. At least I have that personal experience. You are traveling, you can work. Whatever, you can work, right? You also get to save on transportation, so you're not jumping the bus every day. You're not stuck in traffic as I was earlier on. You get to save all of that. You also get to save on work clothes, so you're not so bothered about work clothes. You can just wear whatever you're comfortable in. Some of us wear our pajamas and we are just good to go working. And another benefit is that you can work with several clients. So you hear people saying, I have 2 clients, I have 3 clients, all working remotely and providing excellent service to these people. I myself, there has never been a time I have been without at least 2 jobs, right? So when you know that you are being paid for whatever effort you put in, you tend to pack as much as you can. So you get to work with several clients, okay? So someone will ask me, can Africans get these jobs? Can we actually sit in our home and get these jobs? Is it possible? Well, that's a very big yes, it is possible. Now, these are some of my job offers from Upwork. Upwork is a freelancing platform where people get jobs. Why am I even using Upwork? It's because Upwork is, you can actually verify this job offers, right? I get job offers from other platforms. So in fact, my major full-time jobs have not been gotten on Upwork. I've gotten them from other platforms. So it's just I'm just showing you the one that are verifiable so that you will not say it's from Joro to Joro. So yes, Africans can actually get these jobs and get paid in foreign currency. And if you look at the bottom of my screen, the right bottom of my screen, you will see a review that a client left me. So they left me 5-star. In fact, all the clients I've ever worked for, and I have at least 15 jobs on Upwork, and all of them have left me 5-star. So that is because I provide excellent service to my clients and they refer me to other people. They refer me to their friends to do more jobs for them. So you can see it's a beautiful process, right? Okay, so moving forward, What are the must-have soft skills for someone who is working remotely, right? There are some skills you must have as a virtual assistant or as a freelancer or as someone who is, providing services remotely. Number one, top on the list is communication skills. So communication only happens when the two parties who are involved have received the message, processed the message, and given feedback, right? So if I say something to you, I cannot just say that communication has occurred. How can I gauge the level of communication? I would have to say whatever it is to you or send you a message, right? And then you have to receive that message. You have to process it in your brain. You have to, understand it and then give me feedback. Feedback could be a reply. Feedback could be just a gesture, right? It could be nonverbal communication. So that is when I can say that communication has taken place. So as someone who is working online, you need to have communication skills. You need to be able to communicate with your clients, with your customers, with your colleagues. You need to be able to communicate your ideas. So if you cannot read and write, I would advise you begin to take classes on that. I would advise you begin to, there are apps online you can use to learn how to do all of that. I would advise you begin to build your communication skills. Okay. Then another skill is multitasking. So you'll be doing a lot at a time. Let's say, for example, you're working as a customer service rep for a client. When you clock in, calls are coming in, emails are dropping in, chats are coming in, you need to do this, you need to do that. So you need to learn how to do several things at once without messing up anyone, right? It's a skill you can build. The more you push your boundaries, the better you get at it. Some people, when they see pressure, they just shut down, right? While some people, once they see pressure, they thrive in that. So just learn to push yourself beyond your boundaries. Not any small issue, you just say, I beg, I cannot do it. No, push yourself. Okay. Another skill you need to have is you need to be good with technology. You need to learn you can use a phone. At least I want to believe you join this meeting with a phone. You browse, you press ping pong on Facebook and Instagram. You do challenges on TikTok, right? So it means that you can actually learn how to use a computer. You can learn the tools and all of that is needed to work remotely, right? It's a gradual process. Rome was not built in a day. You can learn all of this. Just take the time to learn. Another skill is project management. You need to learn to manage yourself as a project first. Manage your time, manage your resources, and then you also learn how to manage your client's projects. You need to have excellent attention to detail. Now, I always use this example whenever I talk about excellent attention to detail. So have you ever written a text or written an email or a WhatsApp message and immediately you click on send? You just realize something just dropped in your head. It's like a light bulb just turns on your head. Pum! And then you realize that you made a mistake or you missed out something. If this one has happened to you before, just leave an emoji in the chat box. So, you just realize that there's an error somewhere and maybe you have to delete, or thank God for technology. Now you can edit what you sent, right? Or you can unsend what you sent, right? So this happens to the best of us. So the fact that you're working remotely and you are handling people's business, it means that you need to be extra careful. You need to make sure that you're not making so much mistake that will put you in trouble. I have one of my students called me one morning, she called me and she said, Coach Victoria, I want to ask you a question. I said, go ahead. She said where she's working, she works with the clients in the US, that there was a problem. Somebody made a mistake. In fact, the person who made a mistake is based there in the US. So the colleague made a mistake and it cost the company a huge problem. So now the company wants to sue the person that made the mistake. And the person is like the head of her team. So she was asking me, Coach, Can they sue me? If they sue me, how will it still be? So I had to ask, okay, what contract did you sign with these people? She told me, and then I gave her advice. And I was like, if your mind is still not, not sure, you can contact a business lawyer to know your options. You see, so a little mistake can cause a lot of problems. So how do you do that? You read and reread again before you send out emails, before you send out memos. You can even ask somebody to help you and check it again. All right. So try to always pay as excellent attention to detail. Another one is good decision making. So you're trying to make decisions, right? You're not always going to have your boss on hand to give you directions. So it's left for you to say, okay, this particular one now, I need to make a decision. I need to decide on what to do. Or this particular one, it passed my power. I need to send it to the oga at the top. So that is good decision making. The power to say, okay, this one is what I can handle. This one I cannot handle. Right? How do you build your decision-making skills? By making more decisions, by stressing yourself, putting yourself out there to be able to, put your brain to use. They say the average man throughout his lifetime does not use up to 5% of their brain. Some of you, it's only 1% of your brain you have used in your lifetime. So please, try to always pay attention. Try to make good decisions for yourself. Okay. Another one is a love for learning. You see this one is the cocoa of the cocos. A love for learning. So it means that you need to keep learning. You took a course 10 years ago. You have not done a refresher. You have not gone on any trainings in the last 6 years. You are still working with only Microsoft Office. Those are the only tools that are on your CV. Those are the only digital tools that you know how to use. The world is leaving you behind. You need to keep learning. You need to keep upskilling. You need to keep upgrading yourself. And if you're working remotely, new tools are coming out every day. New softwares are being built. Even your phone, your small chinkering phone. Every day they are updating. They are sending you updates, right? Software updates. Facebook, after a few months, they tell you to update your Facebook app. Your WhatsApp, after a few months, they tell you to update. What does that tell you? That even these softwares are improving daily. The way WhatsApp was a few years back is not the way it is now. We did not have status on WhatsApp a few years back. We did not have community, the way this community where you got this link. We did not have all of that. But they keep on improving and adding more things. That is the same way you as a human being in this digital world should always upgrade. Take up courses. There are free courses, there are paid courses. Take on things that will better your life. Don't just sit one place and think you know it all. Even as I am, if I tell you the number of courses I have done this year, you will open your mouth. But it is just a way to improve yourself, okay? Another one is self-motivation. So if you're working remotely, there's this tendency to get tired or get discouraged, right? So you need to keep reminding yourself why you started in the first place. Remind yourself, ask yourself, why am I doing this? And keep on pushing. Another soft skill you should have is reliability. You should be reliable as a person. You should be reliable as an individual. Your client hires you today. You're supposed to clock in at 1 p.m. every day. Today, you clocked in because it's your first day on the job. You clock in at 1 p.m. Tomorrow, you are clocking in at 1:05. Next day, you are clocking 10 minutes past 1. The other, they don't even see you at all. You won't even come to work. Let me just tell you, after that 1 week, they will fire you because there are lots of people who are looking for that job and you are there messing up the one you have. So you need to be reliable as a person. If they give you a task, let them know when you can do it. Don't wait until the deadline before you know, okay, I am not able to meet up, right? Learn to be reliable. Also, organizational skills. Learn to organize yourself. Your workspace should not be on top of your bed. Carve a corner for yourself and put table and chair and put your computer and work. Today your headphone is on the dining table. Tomorrow your children are using it to do janglova. That is not organization. Learn to organize yourself. Learn to organize your life. right? Organizational skills comes in very handy, also in the workplace. Then you need to have a problem-solving mindset. In fact, as a Nigerian or wherever you are in Africa, you need to have a problem-solving mindset because problems will come. Is it internet? The other day, MTN messed up, right? There was no data. There was no internet. People were complaining. Tomorrow, the power holding company might decide to hold power for 1 week. So you need to figure out how to solve problems even before the problems, occur. How do I solve the problem? So I need to work for 8 hours daily, and my computer only the charge lasts for 4 hours. So it means I need another 4 hours. So how do I get my computer powered for the next 4 hours? It's either I get a generator. It's either I look for that brother that always has his gen on. I make friends with him so that when my battery is going down, I go to his place and plug. Or I decide to go to a nearby bar and sit, or nearby restaurant and sit and plug my phone, plug my gadgets and work, right? So this is you having a problem solving mindset. You can say, okay, I have MTN, I have Glo, I have Airtel. So that if one is messing up, I can try out the other one so that it does not stop my job. Because if you're always complaining to your clients every day, internet is poor, tomorrow, no light, next tomorrow, my laptop crashed, you're only doing yourself a disservice, right? Another soft skill you should have is discipline. Discipline. You need to have discipline as a virtual assistant. Okay, so let's move forward. Moving forward, now I'm going to be talking about some of the tools you need to learn how to use as someone who is working online. Before I say that, please type tools in the chat box. Type tools in the chat box. Let me be sure that we are together. Type tools in the chat box. Okay. Thank you. So, of course, you're working remotely, right? You're working as a virtual assistant, you're working as a freelancer, you're, providing services online. So there are tools you need to be able to carry out your services professionally and well. The first one, of course, you need to communicate. Communicate with your clients, communicate with their customers, communicate with your colleagues, so you need communication and collaboration tools. So these are tools for chat, for emails, for voice, for video, for messaging. We have tools like Freshdesk. We have tools like Intercom for communication with customers. We have tools like AirCall for calls. We have tools like Slack. We have tools like Zoom and Google Meet for video conferencing like this that we are doing today. Then we also have file sharing and storage tools. So these are tools for sharing and storing your documents securely. So you're working for your clients, you need to share documents with them, you need to share files, you need to share images, you need to share spreadsheets, all of that. You can do them using OneDrive, using Dropbox, using Google Drive. These are tools you need to learn how to use. I think I have a tutorial on how to use Google Drive. I will drop the link maybe next week. I'll drop it on the community page so that you can see that and learn how to use Google Drive if you don't know how to use it already. Okay. Another one is project management tools. So these are tools for managing tasks. These are tools for deadlines and collaboration. So your team is working on a project. Everyone needs to know what is happening per time. Everybody needs to know who is in charge of what task. When is the deadline for that task? Has it been completed? What needs to be done? What is the budget? So everybody in the team is seeing that. There are tools for that. We have tools like Asana, we have tools like Trello, we have tools like Notion. These are tools you need to learn how to use, right? Another one is calendar and scheduling tools. So you could be managing the calendar of your clients if you're like an executive assistant and you're working with tools like Calendly tools like Zcow, tools like PeakTime, tools like Acuity. We teach how to use these tools in our academy in DJ Empowerment Hub, okay? All right, so we also have security tools, we have productivity tools, we have CRM. These are customer relationship management tools. So these are some tools that you need to know how to use as someone who is providing services online, someone who is, providing their skills as a service to their customers or to their clients in whatever part of the world, okay? So let's move forward. I'm rushing it so that I will not take so much of your time. Now, how many skills do freelancers have? There's a study or research that says that about 61% of freelancers survive on 2 to 3 skills. So it means they don't just have one skill. So they could be graphic designer, they could also be doing website development, they could also be doing administrative tasks, so that when one client calls for this, you are there. When the other client calls for this, you are there. You have knowledge of several skills that you can apply, and it helps you become more marketable in the international job market. Then 34% of freelancers have more than 3 skills. So the more skills you have, the better for you, the more you can stand out in the job market. So you might meet someone who says, okay, I need someone, an admin for my company. I also need someone who will do social media management. If you can prove to them that you can do both, they will prefer to hire you than someone who does just one, because you tend to help them better. And then there are those 5% who have just one skill. Let's say those skills that take like 2 to 3 years to learn. So there are those that have one skills. That's the 5%. So it is best to spread your arms, right? Learn different skills. Yes, you're not going to be a jack of all trade, right? But you should have a level of putting your hands in different places. Then you find what works best for you. Okay? So, platforms to get jobs. I know a lot of people want to hear this one. Platforms where to get remote jobs. Oh, yeah, right. Leave your emoji for me. Let me be sure that we are together before I begin to explain. Leave an emoji for me. Okay. Let me be sure that we are together. I always love an engaging class. In fact, my students, the July class graduated yesterday, and I love that cohort because their engagement is top of the roof. Okay, so platforms where to get remote jobs. Now we have Upwork. Everybody knows Upwork, right? Some people have been on Upwork for 5 years, they've not gotten jobs. So it's not, I always tell people, it's not just about knowing the platform. It's not just about going to the platform and opening an account. It's about knowing the right thing to do. There are tips, there are secrets to every trade. It's about knowing the right thing to do. It's about learning how to market yourself, how to prove to the client that you are the best person for that job. Okay, so that is it. It's not just about opening the platform. In fact, there's a student that I think she's in the March cohort or so. She after she attended our training, she told me that for 2 years she has been sending job applications on Upwork, and there has been no results. And then she joined our classes, and after we drilled, our class is not a joke. Remember, I told you it's not for everybody. After the drilling and the information and the tips and everything, she was able to get a job. In fact, the day she was to have the interview, she came to my inbox and said, "Coach, whatever God you are serving, just join me and pray. I've been on Upwork for 2 years. I've been sending proposals, applying, but not even one interview. After this training, I've gotten my first interview. So please join me in prayer that I get the job." And she got the job. So it's a beautiful one. You can also get jobs on Freelancer, on Fiverr, on Hubstaff Talents, on TopTal, on Guru, and for designers. You can get jobs on 99 Designs. You can get a job on LinkedIn. Yes. A lot of my students have gotten jobs on LinkedIn. In fact, I know somebody that the company relocated him abroad. He got that job on LinkedIn. So LinkedIn is a gold mine. It's just for you to know the best way to use it. getting jobs on LinkedIn is not just about going on LinkedIn and clicking on the job section and sending those automated apply. It's a systematic approach to it. First, your profile needs to be ready. It needs to be job ready, so that when recruiters see you, they have no choice but to want to get to know you. They have no choice but to want to interview you. In fact, recruiters reach out to people even though they did not apply for the job. So that is a possibility. Okay. So we also have people per hour. Now there are over 100 platforms where you can get jobs. This is not the only list of places you can get jobs. I just looked for the most popular ones and, put them for the purpose of this class, right? Platforms that my students have used, platform I have used and gotten jobs. So there are still others. We have remote.co, we have remote.ok, we have, a whole lot of them that are working. Okay, but like I said earlier, it's not just about registering on the platform and wasting your time there. You need guidance. Either you go and watch YouTube videos on how to navigate these platforms, or you get, to a training like the ones we do in DJ Empowerment Hub, where we hold you by the hand and teach you how to use these platforms. Live demonstration of how to use this platform, how to write proposals, and all of that good stuff. Okay, so let's move forward. You've seen platforms where you can get remote jobs. Now, what are some common problems that are faced by people who want to work online? The first one is carving a niche. So everybody wants to work as a virtual assistant, but you don't realize that when you say you're a virtual assistant, the person still wants to hear, okay, you're a virtual assistant. Okay, so what services do you provide? What exactly, who do you service? Yeah, I'm a virtual. So which service do you provide? Are you a graphic designer? Are you an executive assistant? Are you a HR personnel? Are you a project manager? Are you a real estate virtual assistant? What service? Are you a virtual assistant that helps coaches? I was talking about the July class that graduated yesterday. A lady got a job, in fact, before the class ended, and she came to the group and she was like, please, I got my first interview, pray for me. And the whole class was telling her, you will come back with a testimony. And to the glory of God, she came back, she got the job. So she carved a niche for herself. She chose a niche, community management, that is not so saturated. So you need to carve a niche for yourself. Yes, of course, when you begin, you might be confused, right? You don't know exactly where to start. So you might want to try your hands on different things and then know what works for you. When I started, I did not really know the niche that I wanted to focus on. But as I moved forward, I realized that I love to help. So I went into customer support and sales. I also like to sell. So I do sales for my clients. I do customer service. These are for different clients. So I'm offering different services to different clients depending on what they need. So you need to find out your niche and carve that niche for yourself. Then another problem that they face is proposal and cover letter writing. Now, of course, after trainings, you need to apply to get jobs, right? If you don't know how to write your cover letters or your proposals in a way that will attract the client, you might have a problem. If you don't know how to prepare your CV in a way that attracts the clients to want to meet you, to want to have an interview with you, you might have a problem. So this is a problem that people face. And this is something we also tackle in the academy because we know that it is a problem. We have special classes on how to write cover letters, how to write proposals. We have CV and resume writing classes where HR professionals actually come and teach us how to do these things, okay? Then finding clients. Finding clients is also another problem. A lot of people don't know how to find clients. They don't know where to find clients. They don't know the tips and tricks to finding clients. For example, on Upwork, you are in Nigeria. You are applying in the hot afternoon on Upwork. You might find it difficult. There's a best time to apply, right? So a lot of Nigerians who are applying on Upwork, they do midnight. They do midnight videos. That's why I said you have to sacrifice your sleep. So, you need to learn how to use this platform, where to find clients, okay? Another one is lack of experience or portfolio. Now, majority of these clients, they actually want to hire people with some form of experience. They don't want to hire someone who does not have any experience at all, right? You will agree with me that if I want to sew my wedding dress, I want to sew a wedding dress, and Mr. A does not have any picture of work they've done before. I don't even know if they've ever worked before. But Mr. B has on their Facebook or on their Instagram videos, pictures of their clients, fine pictures of clothes that they've made, wedding dresses that they've made, testimonials of their clients. Who do you think I would trust with my wedding dress? Is it Mr. A or Mr. B? Answer in the chat. Who do you think I would trust to sew the dress for my wedding day? Is it Mr. A that there's no clothes at the front of his shop? Nothing. I can't see any clothes there that he has ever sewn. Or Mr. B that, he has plenty clothes at the entrance of his store. On his Facebook, on his Instagram, he has lots of videos, pictures, of his client that he has actually sewn wedding dresses for. Of course, if you are being honest, you want to go for Mr. B. And that is the same thing for clients. They want people who already have experience. They want you to show them your portfolio. Portfolio is like a document that you show to your clients to, demonstrate to them that you can do the job, that you have expertise, you have done it before, you can do it for them, you have, your past job experience and all of that on there. You have feedback from your clients, all of that. So they want to see these things. Now, I know that if you are just starting out, you might not have experience, right? You might not already have a portfolio. And this is where, this is one of the things we also tackle in the DJ Empowerment Hub. So before you are finishing our training, you must, in fact, before you can collect certificates, you must prepare your portfolio. We teach you how to do that. We also give you access to, we share, I don't want to go into details, but we share, volunteering links where you can get internship, where you can volunteer and get real life experience. We also teach you some other ways that you can, get experience, or how to package what you have already done in the past. You have sold, you have done sales gear, is an experience. You helped your mother while growing up to sell in her provision store, even though you were the one licking most of the sweets and biscuits. That's an experience. You're working in your church as an usher, or in the choir, or in the greeters department. That's an experience. We teach you how to package this experience so that you can present yourself marketable to these clients. Then another problem is relying only on freelance platforms. So you're only relying on Upwork, on Fiverr. That's not the only way to get jobs, though. In fact, the violent take it by force now. There are other secret ways to get jobs. You can reach out to the clients directly. There are ways to get clients' information and reach out to them, and you get hired. Okay, so don't only rely on freelancing platforms. Another one is what we call imposter syndrome. Imposter syndrome. So you have done all the trainings, right? For you to start applying for jobs, you just feel that you're not good enough, you cannot do it, you are not smart enough. You go on the job post, you see the job ad, they listed 10 things that they need, right? 10 requirements, and then you have 8. But somehow you just tell yourself, okay, number 9 and 10 is going to disqualify me, so I'm not even going to try applying. In fact, one of our students, she's a lawyer, right? After she finished her training, a few months after, she chatted me up. Yes, my students have access to me. She chatted me up and she said, Coach Victoria, can you believe that since we graduated, I've not applied for even one job? I was like, why? Are you going to get jobs if you don't apply or reach out to clients? What's the problem? And then she says, she goes on the platform, she sees job that she can do. And then she starts typing her cover letter, but something will just say, maybe they will not hire me. And she will just delete it and close the page. And I was like, really? Why? And then I told her, right now, as I'm speaking to you, go to a platform, get a job that you can do, and write a cover letter for it. Let me see. Let's be sure and know where the low confidence is coming from. And then she went on the platform, she got a job, she wrote a cover letter and sent to me. That's also something we do. I review their cover letters. So I went through it and I was like, this is good. what is the problem? Where, I had to talk sense into her. I started motivating her and giving her ginger. You can do it. You can do it. And, it's been beautiful ever since. So this is something a lot of us face, imposter syndrome. Have you ever faced imposter syndrome? Something? Anyone? With a show of hands. You've seen something you can actually do, but somehow you just tell yourself, I'm not good enough. Please keep telling yourself, I can do it. I can do it. If so person can do it, I can do it. In fact, when I started doing sales calls in the beginning of my career, working remotely, calling Oyibo people, speaking with them, trying to sell to them, I was shivering like, what? After a while, I had to tell myself, these people are not seeing me. They're only hearing my voice on the phone. Highest they will tell me no. Highest they will end the call on me. So I had to give myself some morale and started doing real good. And some sales job, they'll be giving you commission on anything you sell. They'll pay your base salary and they'll still give you commission in dollars. So I was hitting my commission mark and all of that. That is why I love sales anyway. Okay, another common problem is work-life balance. Some people don't know how to balance their work and their life, right? That's a problem. You don't know, you have a lot on your head. This is something people face. So you need to learn how to balance your time, how to balance your work and your life. Create a balance between both of them. Okay, for someone like me, my own work-life balance problem is that I have too many things I am doing. I have too many things, and then I'm still looking for more. In fact, sometimes I just go on freelancing platforms and then I see some jobs and I apply and they call me for interview. So when I tell my partner, like my husband, okay, I have an interview so that he will just be looking at me. He say, Madam, if you get this job now, how will you do it? Where are you going to add these jobs? And I say, when we get to the bridge, we'll cross it. When we, that's my own problem. How to balance my time and work and all of that. So please, I'm also talking to myself. Let's learn to balance our work and life together. Okay, so let's move on. Now, a lot of us have this question. I want to work from the comfort of my home. I want to be able to work for foreign clients. I want to work for clients in the UK, in Canada, in US, in Asia, in Australia. How do I start? Where do I begin? How do I start the process? Well, I would say the first thing you need to do is identify your strengths and your skills. Identify is my selling point. What can I do? For someone like me now, my selling point is my mouth. I know how to talk, right? So identify what works for you. You might be very good in writing. You know how to write compelling stories. You might be very creative. You know how to create good designs. You might be, just find out. You might be very good in managing people and managing projects. Find out your strong skills. Find out your strengths and then build them. Take trainings to develop them so that you can offer those things as a service and get paid for it. They say when you do what you love as a job, you never work a day in your life because you just love doing it, right? Then, of course, you need to get trained. You need to start training and get the required skills. You cannot just wake up and say, I'm a project manager. You need to learn it. You need to be trained. You cannot take away the place of training, right? Even if you already have skills, you're a lawyer, you want to work for law firms in the US, you still need to learn digital tools, right? To be able to work for them. You still need to learn where to even look for jobs and how to present yourself. So you must be trained. You must get training somehow. Then you need to research and carve your niche. So find out what works best for you and then begin to find a way to carve a niche. Remember I told you the lady who got a job in our just concluded July batch, she has carved a niche. In fact, I just love proactive people like that. She has found out her niche that she wants to work as a community manager for some kind of clients and she's pursuing them and getting, in fact, she has done 2 interviews. One has already given her the job. The other one, they told her she will have the second interview next week. So you can see, cast a niche for yourself. Find out what works best. Then also you need to prepare your portfolio. You need to prepare your resume. You need to prepare your cover letter. These are like your battle tools. You're going into war. You need your arrow. You need your gun. You need your sword. So these are your battle tools. You need to get them ready. Professional ATS compliant resume, portfolio that would grab the attention of your clients, cover letter that will make these people say, I want to meet this person. Okay, let us set up an interview. All right. Then you need to join groups and communities that align with what you want to do. So you want to work as a graphic designer. You need to join groups. There are groups for graphic designers on Facebook. There are groups for graphic designers on LinkedIn. Join this group, learn from them. They will be posting about the latest tools and technology for that field. Learn from them. No man is an island, so you need to learn from these people. Okay. Then, of course, if you're also looking for a community to join, let me do small adverts. If you're looking for a community to join, you can join DJ Empowerment Hub, where we have community of like-minded people who work and earn online. Okay. So get a mentor, someone who has done this thing before, who is doing it, who has real life experiences, who has, who knows what is working and what is not working. Let them put you through, right? You need a mentor in this field. You need a community of people who will keep gingering you. At least when they post their job offer, you will be gingered to get in the game. Then also, you need to market yourself. What did I call the name of the community? That's the community that I train at, DG Empowerment Hub. You can check for us on Facebook. You see the Facebook page, DG Empowerment Hub. Okay. So also, after you've gotten all of these things ready, you need to enter the market. So you need to market yourself. Yes, DG. You need to market yourself. You need to start applying for jobs, either applying on freelancing platforms, either reaching out directly to these people, right? You need to get into the game. Go and get what belongs to you. All right. You cannot just sit in your home sleeping and expect that jobs will come to you. No, you have to hunt for them. You have to go and look for them. One of the best things about our community is that, we keep giving you tips, giving you latest industry trends, new platforms where people are getting jobs, motivating you. By the time we are posting the job offers of other of your colleagues, nobody will tell you twice to go and, do something right. Okay. So these are the practical steps if you want to work from the comfort of your home, right? These are the practical step-by-step process on how you can work from the comfort of your home. So if you have been with us up to this point, I want to say a very big thank you. Moving forward, now, of course, I told you guys I offer 2 types of training. The first one is the free one I've given tonight, and I'm sure you've gotten a lot of value. I've taught you a lot of things that you probably did not know before. Now, the other part of training that I offer is the digital skills training program. It's a 5-week advanced course for those interested in earning in dollars from the comfort of their home. So it's not for everybody. It's only for those who are interested in working from home and earning in foreign currency. Okay. So we have a well-structured curriculum. It's not a joking stuff. A well-structured curriculum with, I think, 13 or 14 sections. So section 1 is what I have basically given you tonight for free. So who is a virtual assistant, what a virtual assistant does, types of virtual assistants, soft skills that a virtual assistant should have, and how to deliver exceptional services as a virtual assistant. So this is like introduction to freelancing. Then section 2, we do tools and software. We teach you about the tools you need to learn, practical steps on how to learn the tools. So communication tools, collaboration tools, call tools, file management tools, security tools, time management tools. We teach you all of these tools so that you are prepared for the battles. You are prepared to work with clients. Then we do Google Workspace review. So we teach you how to use Gmail, Can you hear me? Please let me know if you can hear me. Okay. So what was the last thing you heard? What was the last thing you heard? What was the last thing you heard? Okay, section 3, Google Workspace review. Okay, so we teach you Gmail, Drive, Calendar, Google Docs, Google Sheets, Google Slide, Google Forms, Google Meets. These are tools that a lot of foreign clients actually use in their work, right? And I also said I was going to share a tutorial I made on how to use Google Drive so that you know how to use that. That's just my way of just doing freebie for you guys. All right. Then we have section 4, where we do basic virtual assistant services. All right. So I'm going to share my screen again. I'm going to share my screen. Okay, so please confirm if you can hear me. A thumbs up if you can hear me. Okay, I can see questions. I will take them shortly. So please prepare your questions for me. We're rounding up, all right? We're rounding up. So section 4, basic virtual assistant services. So we have services, basic services you can offer as a virtual assistant. We have email management, we have calendar, we have travel management, we have simple data entry skills. We have, those simple services that you can offer to your clients as a virtual assistant. Okay. Then we have section 5. My screen is loading, so you will see all of that shortly. Okay, let me know now if you can see my screen. Great. Let me know if you can see my screen. Okay, thank you. So let's move on. We're in the next 10 minutes, we should be rounding up. So section 5 is social media management. We're looking at who is a social media manager, the roles of a social media manager, must have skills, content. What is content? Now the world is going crazy about content creation. So we teach content creation. What is content, types of content, what are content pillars? We teach all of that. And then we teach projects management. So we teach you all about project management and the tools needed to manage projects. Okay. And then we also teach sales and business development. So appointment setting, lead generation, cold and warm calling, inbound and outbound telemarketing, the tools, the scripts, we teach all of that. We also teach customer service in section 8, roles of a customer service rep, skills they should have, how to deliver excellent customer service. We also teach graphic design. So I'm not the only one who teaches in that academy. We have other coaches who, come in and teach us. So we have people who teach graphic design. When you are done, in fact, if you go to my page, if you search graphic design, you will see some graphic design assignments that our students were able to create. They did not use template, they created it from scratch. So, before you finish, you should be able to do something as pertains to graphic design. Then we go deeper to teach you about freelancing platforms, how to create your accounts, how to optimize your clients so that you can find clients and clients can find you, how to build your portfolio, how to write job-winning proposals, how to apply for jobs, how to pitch yourself and your services so that you can get jobs, because it's not just about only learning the skills, right? The main thing is that you can get jobs. Then section 11, we look at positioning for remote opportunities. So how to create and optimize your LinkedIn, how to, remember I said you can get jobs on LinkedIn. Then platforms where you can also get other free courses and get internationally recognized certificates. We teach all of that. We show you how to do that. We also prepare you for interview. So you have learned the skill, you have applied. Now they call you for interview, you are shaking. Then there's a problem, right? So we also teach how to show up and win the job at interviews. We even have live interview sessions during our training so that it's always fun. Then we teach you how to use AI. You know, AI now is the in thing. We teach you how to use AI to search for jobs, how to use AI to optimize your job search process so that, you know, now AI is everywhere. We teach how to use that. We also do section 12, payment management. So how to create foreign bank accounts, how to negotiate your rates, how to draft contracts, how to recognize fraudulent clients. It's not only Nigerians that are Yahoo people, though. If you are not careful, it's not only Nigerians that are Yahoo people. So how to recognize the fraudulent clients, and then types of payments, how to price your rates, how to receive the money you've worked for. All right. Then we also have the CV and resume writing class. We have other activities. So we have assignments. In fact, every class there must be assignments. So assignments to lead up to, you know, a portfolio. Then we have accountability partners. So we break down the class again into smaller groups so that you can learn, you can do group study, you can, because a lot of the things we'll be teaching are new to you, right? So that, you know, we are carrying everybody along. Then we ensure that you create a portfolio that you can show clients at the end of the training. All right. So these are the beautiful things. You can see that it is packed. The 5 weeks is packed. It is packed. Then we still give you bonus. So we have the digital skills starter pack. It's like a document of templates that I provide to my students so that you can easily, you know, do things for clients. So when a client asks you how to do this, you don't need to rack your brain. Just go to the one that Coach Victoria gave you and, you know, edit it and send it to your client. So a lot of useful information is in that digital skills starter pack. And then we have the support group. So even after your 5 weeks with us, you still have access to the alumni group where you can ask questions from people who have already gotten jobs. You know, you have a problem, your client is asking you for something you don't understand. You can come there, ask questions, and, you know, get answers. So we are not just training you and throwing you away. You have access to that platform. Then we have the Upwork Mastery Program. We have LinkedIn optimization class. We have social media marketing, and of course we give a certificate upon submission of your portfolio. So when you complete the program, submit your portfolio, which we teach you how to do, you know, you get your certificate. We also give the 30 days content calendar template. So you're also a content creator on whatever platform, or they want to employ you as a content creator, you already have a template to work with, you know, with your clients. Okay. So yes, someone will ask me, Coach Victoria, it's only your offers that you showed us. Okay, let me show you some of our students' own. You can see Samson that got a job. He says, Mama, he calls me Mama. Mama Victoria, another contract just landed again. Still remain grateful for the knowledge. Christiana says, just after a week of work, guys, Omo coach, you too much. All the goals that belong to you. God don't finally break the chain of $0 end on my profile. Ginika got a job, $4 per hour. So you see, it is possible. This other person, Ada, got a job, $1,500 for each project he completes for that company. So yes, it is actually possible to get jobs. We have living witnesses, living proofs, real life people, not real life people. okay? Due to our coachings and trainings and all of that. All right. So let me just take this. So Blessing John says you are the best coach in this space. These are our students, and teaching is easy to understand. I want to get a bit of feedback. Do you think my teaching is easy to understand? If you believe, at least from the little you've gained tonight, leave a thumbs up if you think that my teaching is easy to understand. Stella Eze says your content is engaging, informative, and very easy to understand. Another very easy to understand. Okay. If you believe that one too, you can leave a thumbs up. At least this one is real life experience. Okay. Ifama says, honestly, this is the best time to earn in dollars from Nigeria. Coach Victoria is an amazing teacher who knows how to guide her students to success. If you go on my page, you will see more reviews. On Instagram, my name is Coach Victoria _ you can follow me. You see reviews. On Facebook, my name is Victoria Ezechukwu. You will see reviews. You go on LinkedIn, Victoria Ezechukwu, you will see reviews from my students. Like they are tagging me in their reviews. So it is not a hiding something. All right. Okay, so our next class is starting on the 6th of September. 6th of September. So the Freelancing to Success Virtual Assistant Training Program, learn how to make money from home, working for foreign clients. Please, it is not where you just come and then you just get money. You would actually work. You will actually learn. We will teach you. If you are ready to learn a real life skill, you can actually present and use to make money, then this class is for you. It's a no-brainer. All right. So it's a 5-week program. We have classes 2 times every week. For this September batch, the class will be Friday and Saturday, 7 p.m. Friday and Saturday. We like to do it in the evening so that we can accommodate people who are working. So Friday and Saturday, 7 p.m. for the September batch. The next batch will be in November. I also work. I work full time. So me teaching is just like a side hustle, right? So I need to also plan myself. Our next batch is in September. We start September 6th. The next one will be in November, right? So if you don't join this one, you can, join the next one. We have only 2 batches left for this year, September and November. After that, till next year. And next year, we might increase the fee because the value we give is humongous. Okay, so if you want to take advantage of this program and also the bonuses and have access to a coach like me who is working, has worked and is working and is doing, take advantage of. I would advise you to take advantage of this program. Okay, so the first 15 people to pay, they will get my ebook called Positioning for Remote Opportunities. Others, maybe we are still taking early bird fee. We'll soon close the early bird fee and then you pay 20,000. So registration is 20,000, early bird is 15. When we have gotten the number we want for early bird, we'll start taking 20,000. So this is the account number. If you want to take advantage of it, Stanbic Bank, send receipt to this WhatsApp number. We also have options for our international students. Yes, we have international students from the UK, from US, from Ghana, from Uganda, from Benin Republic. Which other country do we have? We recently got Libya. Yes, so we have international students. So you can take advantage and use Seller. I will drop the link on the community. Okay, so you can take a screenshot to help you so you can do this. So now I'll be taking questions. I know that we have a lot of questions. So some of the frequently asked questions: how long is the class and when does it start? The class lasts for 5 weeks, 2 live sessions weekly. We start on the 6th of September. How much? I already talked about that. It's 20,000, but take advantage of the early bird and get 25% off. So you pay 15. Can I join without a laptop? Yes. You can. You can learn and even start practicing with your phone. In fact, there are jobs you can do with your phone and save up to get a laptop to enable you get bigger jobs. When I started, I did not have a good laptop. It was when I got my first big job that, I got a laptop. So Do you give jobs? We are not a hiring agency. We do not give you jobs. How many people can we give jobs? However, what we do is to train you on skills to help you get jobs and show you where to get this job and how to get these high-paying jobs. Where does the class hold? It's a virtual class. You are working virtually, so you should learn how to study virtually. So we offer virtual classes that you can attend using your phone or computer. I work full-time. Can I attend your class? Yes. How will I cope? All classes are recorded and sent to all students after each live class. So you can watch them anytime. And then the discussions in the community are always available. You can read up at your convenience. You will never lose anything. Now, what if I'm not available to attend a live class? If you miss a live class, you can always catch up and go back to it, right? You watch the recording. You have access to the recording and the resources for 1 whole year after the class. So also another question, I am not tech savvy or computer skilled. Can I join? You do not know, you don't need to have any tech or computer skills to join the class. Can you use your phone? Can you browse? Can you send an email? That's all. We teach you every other thing you need to know from scratch. Another question, can I pay in installments? You can make payment twice. However, your payments must be completed before you are added to the class, right? So you have from now to the 6th of September to register, or let me say 5th of September to register, because the class starts on the 6th of September, a Friday at 7 p.m. Okay, so if there are any more questions, I'll be taking them now. Please drop your questions now. Let me just scroll through and see if there are any more questions. Let me see. So someone say, is it possible for an SCC holder to get a job? Yes. These Oyibo people, they are not really all about your quali. Yes, they still want to see some certifications, but they want to know, can you do the job? If you prove to them you can do the job, you are good to go. So SCC, it's not, is wire code is not a problem. It's not a problem. All right. So I'm taking questions. Does age matter? No, I have people as old as 60 in our community. Yes, I have people who have worked in the bank. In fact, one of our students, she sent me her CV to review. She has like 20 years of experience in the bank. And I was like, ma, so no, age does not matter. We have men who have years of experience, family men, there's no limit as long as you're willing to learn. In fact, there's one of our students, she said I should call her mama. She's an elderly woman, so there's no limit to age as long as you're willing to learn, as long as you're an adult, right, willing to learn. If you want to even register your children, if you know that they have passion for online, passion for tech, you can also enroll them. Okay, so let me check YouTube and see questions. I should drop a screenshot of my profile on Upwork. Why? Someone says, I talk of community management. What is it all about? Managing communities online, managing groups, managing students, managing communities. That's community management. Okay. Any more questions? If someone is interested in learning, what is the time for the training? So the next batch, September 6th, 2 live classes every week. So we get to talk one-on-one like this. You get to ask your questions, you get to draw me back if you're not understanding what I'm telling you. So 7 p.m., 2 times a week, Friday. And for the September batch, we are having it Friday and Saturday so that we can accommodate people who are working, people who are busy during the week, and all of that. Okay. So if there are no more questions, let me see. Someone says, can you help us get jobs or show us where to get them? My job is to teach you the skills, the in-demand skills that these clients are looking for. My job is to show you the platforms and how these platforms work. My job is to help bring people to teach us how to, your CV, your resume, make sure that they are okay. Your portfolio, make sure they are okay. Teach you how to attend interviews. Your job is to apply for jobs, learn, of course, apply for jobs, attend interviews, and get the job. Okay? Can a student be a part of the class? Yes. Yes. I already said I will not. My name, you already know my name. So why should I show you screen? I already showed you my jobs. I already showed you my student jobs. You want to kidnap me? Please let me know your questions. Why is Upwork job difficult? I've tried severally. Now, Upwork job, people are still getting jobs. In fact, last week, people are still getting jobs on Upwork. The problem is you could be in an oversaturated niche, or you are not doing the right things, right? You are either not doing the right things, or you're in an oversaturated niche, or it's not just your time, or your luck is in another platform. Like I said, my full-time jobs, I did not get them on Upwork. I've done over 15 jobs on Upwork. Still, my full-time major jobs, I did not get them on Upwork. So if you realize that Upwork is not working for you, there are other ways to also get jobs. All right. If you go on my LinkedIn, you will see my work history. So it's not a just coming to talk. My work history is on my LinkedIn. Sorry. Yes. So find out what the problem exactly is. You are probably not writing the proposals well, or your profile, something is wrong, something is off. You have not arranged it to attract clients, or you are applying at the wrong time, right? So find out exactly what the problem is and fix it. Can you train us on all the freelancer platforms that you show us? I will show you guys. We'll treat some of them. I cannot show you all. There are over 100 freelancing platforms. If I start showing you all of them, will we go home? But if I show you the major ones and we go through it one by one, how to use the platform, you can apply that knowledge in using other platforms as well. All right? Okay, so any other question? Yes, you are getting certificates. Okay, someone says, I'm just joining now. Please, I hope I can have the video after the live. Yes, after this class, use the YouTube link. Go back and watch the recording, okay? Maybe I will leave it open for the next 24 hours so you can watch the live. Any part you missed, you can go back and watch it, okay? Just use the YouTube link. I'll leave it open. Just go back and watch. All right. Do you teach other higher trainings after the 5-week freelance training? You see this question, even my students, they are asking me, coach, do you have other higher training? We want to register. But for now, I work full time. I work full time. Some days I close 10 p.m., 11 p.m., depending on the time of the year. You know, the US time and Europe, their time changes. So I work full time. It's not a joke. So maybe as we move along, we'll add other trainings. But for now, this is the training, the digital skills training is what we offer. Okay. Okay. So of course, I'm not throwing you away. If you have any questions, this is my number on the screen. You can send me a message on WhatsApp. You can, if you need clarifications, you can send a message. Okay. Then you can follow me on Instagram. My name is Coach Victoria _ to see what we're doing and understand better. You can follow me on Facebook. My name is Victoria Ezechukwu Obia. To also see my students and get some social proof, right? Okay, so I'll be drawing this presentation to a close. I believe that we've learned something, and I believe that, why do most clients from abroad reject Nigerians? The moment you tell them you're a Nigerian, they keep off. Well, if not everybody is not your client, right? I work from here in Nigeria. My clients know I'm a Nigerian. In fact, one of my clients sent me Starlink internet. They sent it to my home in Nigeria. So they know I'm in Nigeria. So if a client does not want you because you are not from Nigeria, look for the next one now. Look for the next one. There are different platforms and different ways to get clients. All right. It's a digital world. Okay. Okay. So like I said, we'll be drawing this presentation to a close. Thank you so much for joining us. It's been a great time with you all. I hope to see you in class on the 6th of September. Have a good night rest and God bless you all. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.